The latest GDP figures have been released, with the economy growing by 0.4% in the last quarter. Sky News business reporter Chris Kohler joins us now live. And Chris, the figures show Australia's economy slowing to levels last seen during the GFC.
Annalise, that's absolutely right. Yeah, 1.8% over the 12 months. That is the weakest we have seen over a 12-month period since the first quarter of 2009, really that final death rattle of the GFC. So, look, particularly weak numbers today. Now, look, what is so often the case with this sort of economic release is that you can kind of take a few different things from it. If you're a glass half full type of person, you might want to say, well, this is the 3 months that was partially the lead up to the Australian federal election, and we know that there was huge unknowns around that with regard to lots of policy settings, particularly tax settings. And there was a lot of hesitation from businesses and individuals to invest, and that's certainly showing up here. There was also this Easter period where people could take 3 days of annual leave and get up to 10 days off. So a whole lot of people seem to have been able to go off on holidays and things like that do show up in these sorts of numbers. But the economists that I've been speaking to are saying that, no, this does fit into a much broader and darker picture of the Australian economy because it follows on from weak GDP numbers coming right through from middle of last year, right through the Christmas period and now right through into 2019 as well. So, look, we did see a cash rate cut yesterday. It seems like that the stars have certainly aligned for that cash rate to go even lower here.
And it does seem like this is quite really justification for the cut in the cash rate.
Yeah, exactly. So we are going to see some positivity going forward with the lower cash rate now at 1.25% as opposed to 1.5%, which is where it was for 33 months, the better part of 3 years there. So at 1.25% and the prospect for a lower cash rate as well, that is certainly good news for the economy with regard to trying to kickstart some momentum here into the end of the year. Also, we're going to see some tax relief. That's penciled in for next year. That's likely to feed through into people's pockets. Really, the major problem with the Australian economy is that people just aren't spending. There's no confidence out there. People are trying to increase their savings rates as opposed to going out and buying things, which keeps the cogs turning when that's what's happening.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how it rebounds after the election, if it rebounds at all. Thank you, Chris Kohler.